Hi, my name is Emery at the Martha O'Brien Center, and I want to show you how to navigate your Schoology learning plan. So we're really excited that you're on your way towards the high set and that you're just getting started just with this review and the first steps to building a strong foundation in reading, math, and language in order to be successful on the high set. So to log into Schoology, first start with your login information, which was sent to you. Then once you've logged in, you'll notice that it looks a little bit bare, but all of your courses are here under either Course Dashboard, or I usually just hit Courses. Now you'll see you have math, language, reading, and they have these different levels, M level and D level. M level stands for medium and D level stands for difficult. Just work on the first level that you were assigned, and then once you finish one, you can move on to higher levels. So in this case, I'll start with math, M level. Now, you'll notice there's a lot of folders. I can't do all of these at once. I have to start at the beginning and complete it before the other ones will open up to let me access later material. So the idea is that you're starting simple and you're working to more complicated material. Okay, in this case, you'll see that there's already a folder that's complete. Usually that means that the teacher has excused you from the folder or that you've already completed it. So I can just skip right over that. I don't even need to open it up because it's already complete. So I'm going to start with Understand Place Value and then click Place Value Basics. And now I'm into the actual practice. Here on the pages, these pages that say Viewed are the lessons, and then the puzzle pieces with the pencil are the practice problems. You'll notice that several of these already have green check marks. That means that I've already finished them, so I don't need to revisit those ones. I will quickly click on this one just to show you what it looks like. Now this is a video lesson. You'll notice that it's just a video. So I want you to treat this like a lecture. Make sure that you are taking notes, that you're paying attention. You can watch through it once. If you don't understand, you can watch through it again. You can pause it to write down important new information. And if you're having trouble with a practice, you can go back to these videos for a refresher. So these videos are really tools for you to be successful with all of the practice. And this is the place where you'll have teachers talking to you and imparting the knowledge to you. That being said, it's not necessarily a substitute for one-on-one help. At the Martha O'Brien Center, we want to be available to you to actually help you one-on-one as your teacher. So please do contact us if you're stuck on something, and we can either have you come into class or arrange a one-on-one via Zoom or a phone call so that we can get you through whatever material you might be stuck on. Okay, now if I want to go back to the folder, I'll just go back to Place Value Basics because that's the folder I was in, and that's always going to be the one just right next to the colored folder. If I wanted to go further back in the menu, I could pick one of these options that's further back in the menu selection process. So Place Value Basics, and now I'm back here. So the first thing I will start with is always whatever has a gray check mark, because the green check marks are already completed. So I'm going to start here, and you'll notice that it says test/quiz start new attempt. It's not actually a test, you're not being graded, it's just an activity, a learning activity. So start new attempt, and then it will say click these words, place value names, tens and ones, or it might say click this icon, and there might be an icon that shows the word IXL. This is where the actual practice is located. It's going to take you to another website called IXL. You have to do the practice on IXL before you come back and answer this question, which asks, have you finished the exercise in IXL? So make sure to actually click this link, it'll open up a separate page that looks just like this, and then finish this activity before coming back to Schoology and submitting it. So once you get to IXL, make sure you're signed in because IXL keeps track of how many questions you've answered and of a SMART score. The SMART score is important because it keeps track of how well you've mastered the material. When you get questions right, it goes up, and if you get a question wrong, it goes down. The reason it goes down is because as it goes up, it gets to harder and harder questions. By going down, it's keeping you at the level of questions that you need to get down before you keep moving on. So don't feel bad about your SMART score. Just keep on working through it and recognizing it is getting harder as it goes until you get to a SMART score of at least 80. Once you've gotten to at least 80, we say, you have mastered it. You can now go back to Schoology and say that you finished it and submit. And then that will show as completed in your Schoology folder. So let me show you an example. It says, what is the value of the underlined digit? Let's say I say 40 and it says, great job, you got that right. Then let's say I look at this one and I say 2 and it says, incorrect. My SMART score went down a little bit, but that's because it's keeping me at the level I need to practice at. Then it gives me an explanation of why. Make sure to read that explanation and do your best to understand your mistakes because that's where learning happens, and then press got it. Once you've finished all the way to a SMART score of 80 at least, then you can go back, click yes, I have finished, and submit. Now, to go back to that list of activities, you will go to Place Value Basics. You'll see the one that we just did is submitted, and you'll be able to move on to the next one. So that's how to get through your Schoology. I encourage you, once again, take your time, take notes, write things down, work with paper, and please reach out to us whenever you're stuck, because even though you're doing remote learning, that doesn't mean that you're on your own.